Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with my Sig 365xl. This was originally an NRA gun. They came in this awful FDE color. The guy I picked it up from had switched it out to have this black frame with this, I think they call it coyote tan color, and actually I like it a lot better with the black. It's not nearly as obnoxious. I could tell this was an NRA gun because it came with the NRA coin. I am kind of a sucker for challenge coins, so that's probably going to stay with me even if this gun ends up having to be traded off to get more new content for the channel. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the specs of this gun. The P365 comes with 12-round detachable box magazines. That's going to give you one more in the chamber. Although with the NRA, they do have 17-round mag guns, which is really a ton of capacity. You're going to end up with an overall length of 6.6 inches. The overall barrel length is going to come in at 3.7 inches. The width is going to come in at 1.1 inches. The overall height on a traditional mag is 4.8 inches, and it's going to weigh in at 20.7 ounces. These guns do come optic ready. They have an RMSC cut, but if you get some of the older versions of them, they don't have these big nice screws at the top, and the rear sight is actually attached to the plate. So if you're ever thinking about getting one of these, check the top. This is a million times easier than the original. Sig saw fault in their original design and fixed it. I really do appreciate that. This is going to be a micro compact pistol. So what makes this one different than the 365 is, of course, you're going to have an extra barrel length, extra slide length, and a little bit extra grip, which is going to feel pretty good in the hand. If you were to actually put this gun right on top of a Sig X compact, they're the same dimensionally, just the 365xl is going to be a narrower pistol. I prefer the 365x compact grip. I think for, guys with kind of bigger, meatier hands, they fit a little bit better. So for me, I would go that way. But if you're really into that micro compact and you want that extra 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch in being a little bit more narrow, this is going to be the gun for you. The controls are really nice. You can get to the slide stop, slide release really easy. I have to break my grip to drop the magazine out, so that requires a little bit of training, but it's nothing too big. You can flip around the magazine catch. It is not truly ambidextrous, but you can do that if you are a lefty, a little bit of the southpaw action there. It does have a nice flat face trigger. Some people say that they're not as big of a fan of the Sig trigger. I think it's much better than the 43X. You're going to have a nice reset, flat face trigger. It does have some creep a little bit to it, but once you get to it, it's really easy to pick this gun up and start shooting. As far as my feelings of this gun at the range, I have gotten better with the micro compact pistols. I'm able to pick them up a little bit better than I used to and hit where I want to. These big bright front Sig X-ray sights make it really easy to pick up. I do like the fact that they do have night sights on the rear on it. I shot this gun pretty okay today. When I first started shooting them, I was awful. I could not hit with a micro compact pistol. On this one, I do need to adjust my sight a little bit. It is shooting a little bit to the left on mine. I'm going to have to go ahead and get my sight pusher out and adjust it. But that's a real tight group. That's probably an 1.5 inches, 1 3/4. So once I push my sight over and get it adjusted, it's going to hit just exactly where I want to. I think these guns are really good guns. If you're really wanting to think about conceal and carrying, this gun is one of the tops on the market right now. They're very good. They're very reliable. I've had no problems with any of my Sig 365 pistols, either the 365, the X, or the XL. You can check out my other videos on those. That extra sight picture that you're going to get from just that little extra distance in the slide is going to make it for some better ballistic capabilities, but it's also going to increase your accuracy. A little bit more in the slide is not going to take up a whole bunch inside your pants, but is going to give you a noticeable accuracy from that extra distance that you get from the front to the rear sight. So if you're thinking about picking up and you're dead set on a micro compact pistol, I think this is probably the one that I would recommend to the most people. I do like the Ruger Max 9. I think it's a really, really good one. I did not like my Canik Medi as much as I liked this. Although the Hellcat Pro was a really good gun, I just think the trigger is a little bit better on the 365XL, and I think these sights are a little bit more intuitive right out of the box. So I do want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. All the likes, the comments, the shares, they're really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass two things. Whole-ass one thing.